part 3 of my labour and delivery story. I was pushing for a while, well, not too long. It was probably about 5 minutes, but it felt longer to me. My boyfriend said it seemed really quick, so it probably was about 5 minutes, so it wasn't really that long. But I ended up having to have a episiotomy, which is like a cut, just to, I guess, make the exit bigger. And the doctor had to use forceps as well to help deliver her, which by that point I honestly didn't really care. I just wanted my baby out, and I didn't feel anything, obviously, because they gave me anaesthetic, but I could feel the forceps going in. I just didn't feel the cut, so obviously they must have given me anaesthetic around the area that they cut me, and then the forceps going in was uncomfortable, and when they started pulling her out, that was uncomfortable as well, but obviously it didn't last too long. I probably pushed about five or six times, I'd say. Obviously with the help of forceps. She was delivered at 7:52 on the 5th of October, which is also my dad's birthday, which is kind of cool. My dad was texting me while I was in labour saying, oh, you've got this amount of hours to go, no pressure, because he was like really excited that she decided to come on his birthday. And we did not know if we were having a boy or a girl, so as soon as they lifted her out and put her on my chest, I was saying to my boyfriend, oh, is it a girl or a boy? Is it a girl or a boy? I was really excited. And he told me it was a little girl, and he could not cut the cord. We did say in the birth plan that it would be nice if he could cut the cord, but it wasn't really essential. I did want him to tell me the gender of the baby, because I just thought that would be really nice that he was the one who told me, and that did happen. But he could not cut the cord because of the forceps delivery. They had to take her pretty quickly and just sort of make sure she was okay, which she was, and they handed her pretty much straight back after they cleaned her off and checked her over. And I was breastfeeding literally straight after she was born, and she took to it really well, and we're still breastfeeding now. I've not fed her anything but breast milk, and she has not had any expressed milk yet. It's literally just breastfeeding. So I do plan at some point to get a breast pump and to start expressing my milk, because I think that it'll be a lot easier for if we go out in the day or long journeys, things like that, and also for the fact that my boyfriend will be able to feed her as well. So that's something I plan to do in the next few weeks, probably after a month or so, because they say that she's like so talking in her sleep now. They say that the baby can get confused. It gets like nipple confusion if you start giving them dummies, your breast and bottles as well. But I don't know whether that's true, because I know a lot of babies go from bottle to breast, or they can have dummies or pacifiers and they're fine. But to be honest, we just haven't really needed to use bottles or a pacifier or anything like that at the moment, so we haven't bothered. But expressing my milk's definitely something that I want to do, so that'll probably be after she's 1 month old. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the breastfeeding at the moment. I may make another breastfeeding video, but we'll see about that. I'm trying to think if there's... Oh, she was 7 pound 1 ounce when she was born, and for some reason here in the UK they don't measure them anymore, how long they are. But she was healthy. She had a few sort of marks on her face, sort of down here where obviously they'd use the forceps, but those sort of disappeared after, I'd say completely after 2 days. I spent 2 days in the hospital after I gave birth, I could have gone home the next day, but they said as I was breastfeeding, just to make sure I was comfortable with it, which I was really, but I thought I might as well stay the extra night just in case. And I came home on Thursday, which was the 7th, in the afternoon, and I had my sister and family and friends around, which was really lovely. As for me, now I'm sort of 1 week, 5 days postpartum, and I feel pretty much back to normal. The stitches from the episiotomy, you can't really see them anymore. I think they were dissolvable, but it does not hurt anymore. I have to say the first week it was kind of difficult to move around, and sort of in the night when I needed to feed her, it was kind of uncomfortable to sort of shuffle out of bed and sit for a little while feeding her, because it was putting a lot of pressure on the stitches and it was painful. But I just used painkillers, just normal paracetamol or ibuprofen, and it was manageable. And now it doesn't really feel like much at all. It's sort of like a little ache, but it's nothing like it was, and it's pretty much fine. It wasn't too bad at all. I have had a look down there, and the scar is probably about 1 inch long, and it's very neat, and to be honest you can't really notice it unless you're really staring down there, which I don't suppose not many people really will be. But I was pretty surprised at how small it was and how tidy it looks. And I know a lot of women are probably going to worry if they haven't had babies, or if they are due to have their first baby, you'll probably worry about how your body is going to change. Well, as for down there, nothing's really changed at all. I know, like, people get all these different sort of images or ideas in their head about how it's going to be different, but it's actually just the same. The biggest difference that I've noticed in my body is my stomach. It's not back to normal just yet, and I don't know whether it ever will be, to be honest, but it has only been 1 week and 5 days, and it's still not flat, and it's still obviously got stretch marks, but at the end of the day I have a beautiful daughter, and that is what matters to me the most. Yeah, so I shall show you my almost 2 week postpartum tummy. Yeah, so here goes. Let's see where I can show you. Okay, let me put this light on. So it has gone down a little bit since my last video. And there it is. So yeah, it's gone down quite a lot, but obviously after a certain amount of time I'm going to start doing a little bit of exercise just to help it on its way, but not just yet. That is about it for my labour and delivery story. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. Bye!